Have you ever met anyone whose hobby since young was reading all kinds of manuals? It's no small wonder that his final year polytechnic lecturer called him a living, breathing, walking manual. And if your guess is as good as mine, yes, he ended up an engineer and at HOPE Technik too, a Singapore proud engineering company that delivers a myriad of world-class products and bespoke solutions involving mechanical, electrical, electronics, and software engineering. Hi everyone, I'm Danny from Science Centre Singapore, and today marks another exciting edition of STEM Together, a series of one-on-one video conferencing interviews with valued partners of Science Centre Singapore. Today, we have with us a special guest, Hon Yun Fa from HOPE Technik. Welcome, Yun Fa.
Hey, hi.
Thank you for joining us online to share your student and your work life with us. Now, without any further ado, let's dive straight into the interview. After stepping into HOPE Technik's black and red facade, it welcomes its visitors and employees with an impressive indoor wall climbing panel, a tall, iconic slide descending down from the main office space above, with a ping pong, foosball, and pool tables at its entrance. This is a very, very unusual way to welcome people, right, at the very entrance. Can you share with us more about this very interesting, fun recreational setup that you have in your company, Yun Fa?
Okay. So talking about this iconic slide, actually this is the first few items that well in this office when first move over. So when I finish this slide, all of us want to know that is our well good enough? What's our confidence level on this? So after we do a safety testing, and we decide to put it up as and give it a test. So that is the story about this particular slide.
Very interesting.
And,
yeah. Have you tried the slide yourself?
Yeah. So actually, when we joined company, initially that's part of the orientation program.
Wow. It's like a confidence course. It looks really scary to me. How would you actually brake before you hit the ground?
Okay, so the trick is using a physics. So when you reach the lower one-third of the slide, actually you should press your feet against the side of the slide so that to create a braking. Or else the speed can be very scary.
Oh my goodness. I think I should have studied engineering in situations like this. I probably would have just used my hands and pressed it against the slide, on the sides of the slide, and then had some burn on my hands. So thanks for sharing that. Sounds like a really fun way to introduce visitors and employees into the company. What is the most interesting part of your job?
Okay, the most fun part I think is to see a project or product have a short delivery cycle to deliver from scratch to the end delivery to the customer, and of course you see the satisfactory customer face. I think that's the best thing I ever want to see.
And what has been the biggest challenge at work for you?
Biggest challenge, of course, is solving problem with given limited time. So there's a few times that our system break down like the day before we have a demo. So I think that's a bigger challenge that we need to stay all night and find it out. Yeah.
Wow. Okay, that must be quite stressful.
Of course, yeah.
Yeah, wow. What inspired you to take up a STEM career?
I think that start from a secondary school because last time actually we have this module called the life skill module. So that actually has a little project. Is for now what I see is very simple, but actually it is a simple blinking LED project using a two transistor and few resistor and capacitor network. So they follow my interest about how this electrical system work. How do I design something to make certain thing automated or maybe even have intelligence itself? So I think that is a starting point. So towards that, actually, my favorite subject will be physics and math. So I think that is the start. Yeah.
Tell me a little bit about your childhood and your study time. You mentioned that you are into manuals, technical manuals. You read all kinds of manuals. So how did this come about? Like, I mean, out of the blue, it just happened, or did something lead to this? And what were the manuals that you were reading?
I think the first one, it should be the manual of the scientific calculator. Yeah,
Wow.
yeah. So I believe maybe a lot of people actually don't even know that nowadays the scientific calculator able to help you to do simultaneous equation, solving matrix, and all kind of conversion or all these things. Okay, maybe this is the best way for me to understand how a system works, or also the better way for best way for the designer actually to convey the message to the user about how what this device intended to help the user and what is their design consideration. So from that onward, when I doing work or whatever, I will first thing I will say, let's download the manual. Let's take a look what they're capable for.
HOPE Technik is well known for SCDF Red Rhino, after which it moved on to developing a fire medical hybrid vehicle with firefighting and ambulance facilities. Now, what other projects has HOPE Technik helped to deliver?
Because of the COVID-19, so actually we have been tasked to develop a very quick product. We call it the temperature assessment system. So currently this system is installed in a certain high human traffic area. So the special about this sensor is they have a fast response compared to and high accuracy compared to the rest of the sensor system. Compared to the infrared imaging system, the accuracy actually is about plus minus 1 degree, but our system actually can achieve the accuracy down to 0.5 degree, and
Wow.
the response is very fast. Besides that, also we helping MINDEF to have a trial project called the Ordnance Loader, codename OL. So what this project do is actually is a truck with about a few hundred kg. Then you need to load the ordnance into the aircraft. Traditionally, all these vehicles are using commercial, means that it's similar to what normal car. So means that the front steering wheel and the rear driving wheel, which very limited maneuverability. So the innovation of this one actually we're using a mechanical wheel, means that it can move the payload in all directions. So
Wow.
it drastically speed up the loading process.
All right. Yun Fa, if you could share one piece of advice with students, what would that be?
I think it'll be the same thing. So even your now your grade or whatever is not what you expected, don't give up. Ask your friend to help. Ask your friend and family members to help you to get over it rather than give up. Or yeah.
Well, thanks so much for your time today, Yun Fa. And thanks, friends, for watching. If you're watching on YouTube and you haven't subscribed to our channel, hit that notification bell now. And if you're viewing the STEM Together series on Facebook, click follow now. Remember, like and share this video with your friends. Stay tuned and we'll see you soon. This is Danny signing out from Science Center Singapore. Bye.
Right.